Well, today we're gonna learn some stuff. I'm joined by money coach Dana Wolf. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. You're gonna talk to me about the major components of a healthy financial plan today.
Correct.
What are they? Where do
Good
we
question.
begin?
Good question, Katie. So there are 4 things that you really need to know about your financial health. I mean, we all go to the doctors once a year for a regular checkup, right? So we need to check our financial health as well. So we need to start off with the question, do we have a financial plan? Do we have a monthly plan like a budget? Do you have an estate plan like your wills and things like that? That's all part of your financial life. You're going to be dealing with money from the day you're born until the day you die. So having that estate plan, having a financial plan, do we need a debt reduction plan because we're in debt and we have goals that we want to meet? Do we have a tax reduction plan because we owe the IRS money or the South Carolina money, right? So that's the first section. The second section goes into what I want to call the funding, the things that we're going to fund in the future, all right? So we need to fund college education for our children. Maybe we need a wedding fund. Maybe we have some long-term goals like retiring at the age of 55, and so we want to fund our retirement. So that's another segment of your financial life. The third section would be more along the lines of legacy building.
Okay.
Are we teaching our children about finances? Because that's a huge one, okay? Are we teaching our children about our finances? Are we giving our financial wealth and building a community that we're leaving a legacy, where we're using our money for the good? So those are the first 3. And then the fourth thing is insurance. There are so many different types of insurance out there, and you really have to ask yourself, do I have the right insurance? Do I need insurance? Do I have homeowners or auto, renters? Do I have life insurance? Do I have health insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance? And there's so many out there that you really have to look at them each year and say, do I have the right coverage? Do I need more coverage? Things of that nature. So there's 4 different little pots, okay? So we've got our planning for the future pot, where we're funding things for the future. We have our now pot, and then we have our legacy pot, and then the insurances that we need to make sure that we're covered.
And you were saying this sort of thing, you should do a little checkup every
You
year.
do.
How do you do that?
It's the same way with going to your doctor, right? So at the first of the year, you might look back and say to yourself, where did my money go? Or you may do that on April 15th when you're doing your taxes, right?
Yep.
But pick a time of the year. When it comes to insurance, for example, if you know your registration is due in June and your insurance is due in June, you want to start looking 30, 60 days prior to that at your automobile insurance. Do you have the right coverage? Maybe we want to change our coverage because we have an emergency fund, and so we can change our deductible, get a lower premium if we're looking at it. Anytime there is a life change in your family, if you have a new child, if you get married, if you move, as you're turning 65, there are different things when it comes to health insurance that you have to be, paying attention to. So it has to be something that works for your schedule. Don't try to look at your finances the day before you go on vacation. But pick something, whether it's the first of the year so that you can take a look back and you can say, oh, this is where I was, this is where I want to be this year. Maybe it's over a long holiday weekend where you're just sitting around and you're like, okay, July is almost over. I got 6 months to the end of the year. Where am I? Am I meeting my goals? Do I need to change things? Do I need to change my plan? And when it comes to teaching our children, that's an everyday thing that has to happen all the time.